Our King 5 investigation into a dentist accused of doing hundreds of unnecessary root canals struck a nerve. Patients who saw the dentist for years are asking, why didn't anyone stop him? And where was the health department all this time? As King 5's Linda Byron explains, the system designed to protect us wasn't triggered until it was too late.
54-year-old Dan O'Neill of Mill Creek says in the construction business, your work is your reputation.
People expect quality out of me. I expect quality out of them.
O'Neill says he thought he was getting quality work from his family dentist, Dr. Henry Dysand.
All the way from my back teeth all the way across the front is all root canaled.
O'Neill says only 12 teeth went untouched. Dysand did root canals on the other 20. 20 root canals.
Yes, thinking it was just normal business, and that's what I needed done to keep my teeth.
But that changed when Dysand retired in 2007 and sold his shoreline practice. According to this sworn affidavit, the new dentist became alarmed by the large number of root canals Henry Dysand had performed. After reviewing x-rays and patient charts, that dentist concluded Dysand had performed fraudulent root canals on nearly every patient and that many were done poorly. Soon, more than 200 patients had filed malpractice claims against Henry Dysand. And while dozens have settled, there are still more than 100 pending.
Turn toward me a bit.
Dr. Fred Kornstrom is a former Washington Dental Board commissioner. He was hired by a group of Dysand's patients to review their charts.
The fewest number of root canals was 23. The largest number was one lady with 29 root canals.
A root canal is usually needed when a tooth dies.
Well, if you
Kornstrom believes many of the teeth Dysand worked on were healthy.
I think it's obscene. I mean, a lot of people had a lot of damage done, spent a phenomenal amount of money for dentistry that wasn't needed.
If that's true, then how did Dysand get away with it for so long? We obtained his file from the State Health Department, which oversees dentists. Dysand started practicing in 1977. In 1994, a married couple reported him for doing unnecessary work. The next year, a patient complained the dentist left a broken needle tip lodged in the root of a tooth. The health department took no action.
What we have to look at is the ability to meet a legal threshold. If we can't meet that legal threshold, then we're unfortunately left with no alternative but to close a case.
13 years later, more patients complained, but by then, Dysand had retired. Still, the health department investigated, and in 2010, they cut a deal.
Ultimately, we're able to negotiate a settlement by which he surrendered his license and he will never practice again in the state of Washington.
Marsh says revoking Dysand's license would have taken longer, and during that time, he could have resumed his practice. So a voluntary surrender was the best way to protect the public.
He will never practice again in this state, and we were able to do it quickly and effectively.
But through the entire process, Dysand admitted no wrongdoing and still doesn't.
Started with a few.
He wouldn't talk to us, but his attorney did. Did Dr. Dysand do unnecessary work on patients?
Absolutely not.
Did he do bad dentistry?
You know, he didn't.
If that's the case, Dan O'Neill says he'd like to know why he's undergoing expensive, painful fixes on the teeth Dysand treated.
I think he should just plain lose his license because he hurt a lot of people.
Linda Byron,